Imagine if every time you found loose change in your couch cushions, it magically multiplied while you were off binge-watching crime documentaries and stress-eating cereal straight from the box. That is basically what compound interest is. It is like the fairy godmother of money, except instead of giving you glass slippers, it gives your cash the ability to breed like caffeinated rabbits. Welcome to the wonderful world of compound interest, where your money throws a party and invites more money to the dance floor, and before you know it, your humble $5 is doing the electric slide with a crowd of Benjamin Franklins. Now, before you run off thinking this is some high-level finance wizardry reserved for hedge fund goblins and Wall Street sorcerers, let me tell you, compound interest is delightfully simple. Imagine planting a money tree. You water it once, and then it grows a branch. Then that branch grows its own branches, and those branches grow branches. Eventually, you do not have a tree, you have a full-blown jungle of cash waving in the wind, and all you did was plant one tiny seed and wait. So here is the deal. Compound interest is interest that earns interest. It is like your money joined a gym, got ripped, and started a motivational YouTube channel encouraging other money to get swole. It works like this. Let us say you have $100 and it earns 5% interest annually. After 1 year, you have got $105. No big deal, right? But in year 2, that 5% is applied to $105, not just the original 100. That is $5.25. Not much? Sure, but fast forward 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and you will be sipping margaritas on a beach while your money does backflips in the bank vault. The magic is not just in the interest, the magic is in the snowball effect. Because compound interest is like that one friend who starts a group chat, and suddenly you have got 23 people talking about a barbecue that may or may not happen. It grows and grows, dragging more value into the group until it turns into a full-blown block party with fireworks and a DJ. It is not about how much you start with, it is about how long you let it work. Time is the real MVP here. Here's a real-world example that will make your head spin. A person starts investing $200 a month at age 20 and stops at 30. That is 10 years, $24,000 total. Now another person waits and starts investing $200 a month at 30 and keeps going until they are 60. That is 30 years, $72,000 invested. Who ends up with more money at retirement? The first person. Yes, the one who invested for only 10 years ends up with more money than the one who did it for 3 times as long. Why? Because their money had more time to compound. It is like showing up to a buffet early and getting all the best dishes before the latecomers even find parking. Now let us talk about the elephant in the savings account. Most banks give you interest rates that are, let us say, about as inspiring as a stale biscuit. If your savings account is offering you 0.5% interest, that is basically your money saying, I will try my best, but I am really tired today. To truly unleash compound interest's full superpowers, you need to look at things like index funds, high-yield savings accounts, or investment platforms that do not eat up your returns with sneaky fees. And speaking of sneaky, inflation is the villain in this story. Inflation is that annoying cousin who eats your fries when you are not looking. Every year, the value of money shrinks just a little bit. What costs you $1 today might cost you $1.20 in 10 years. So if you are letting your money sit around doing nothing, you are actually losing it slowly, like a sandwich getting soggy in the rain. Compound interest does not just grow your money, it helps fight off the slow financial erosion of inflation by keeping your money ahead of the curve. It is like giving your money running shoes while everyone else is wearing flip-flops. So how do you actually use this sorcery in real life? First, start early. Start as early as you can. Start before you even have money. Start mentally. Start spiritually. Sell your unused guitar, your retro Pokemon cards, your cousin's slightly haunted treadmill. Whatever it takes. Just get started, because the earlier you begin, the more time your money has to work its multiplying magic. Waiting until you are ready is like waiting for all the traffic lights in the city to turn green before leaving your driveway. It is never going to happen. Second, be consistent. Compound interest loves routine. It is not about lump sums or lottery wins. It is about regular, boring, consistent deposits. Monthly, weekly, every time you get paid. Think of it as brushing your financial teeth. It is not sexy, but it keeps your future from rotting. Third, reinvest your earnings. Do not yank your gains out every time you see something shiny. Reinvest everything. Compound interest is only powerful when you let it roll. Taking the interest out early is like baking a cake and then eating it raw after 5 minutes. You miss the sweet payoff. Fourth, do not freak out when things dip. The market will have tantrums. It will cry, sulk, and throw toys across the room. But over time, history has shown it always bounces back. The key is to stay in the game. People who panic and pull out their money when things get rough usually miss the big comebacks. Compound interest rewards the calm, the patient, and the mildly stubborn. And fifth, automate. Set it and forget it. Use direct debits, automatic transfers, whatever you need to make it happen without thinking. Because the fewer decisions you leave up to your tired, temptation-prone brain, the better. Automation is your financial autopilot, and it is way less judgmental than your uncle who still pays in coins. Now, a quick word for the debt side of things. Because compound interest is not always your best friend. Sometimes it is that creepy ex who keeps texting. When it is working for you, it is a beautiful miracle. When it is working against you, like on credit cards or payday loans, it is a nightmare in slow motion. If you owe money with high interest rates and you do not pay it off, compound interest is working in reverse. That small balance grows bigger, then it gets bigger again, then it starts whispering evil things like, just pay the minimum, while cackling in your wallet. That is why paying off debt quickly is the best investment you can make. You are not just saving money, you are stopping compound interest from becoming a financial horror film where the monster is wearing a suit and carrying a calculator. So let us wrap this up before your attention span turns into a TikTok loop. Compound interest is not just a math formula, it is a time machine. It takes small, consistent actions and turns them into massive rewards over time. It changes your life because it changes how you think about money, time, and patience. You do not need to be rich to use it. You just need to be early, consistent, and not distracted by every trending financial fad involving NFTs of llamas or crypto cowboys promising moon-bound returns. It is a slow game, yes, but it is the kind of slow that wins races, builds wealth, and lets you retire with dignity, drinks, and a tiny umbrella in your coconut. So what do you think? Has compound interest already changed your life? Or are you now considering opening an investment account while you microwave leftover lasagna? Drop your thoughts, confessions, and favorite money memes in the comments. And if you enjoyed this roller coaster of comedy and compound knowledge, make sure to subscribe to XQ. Quick, funny explanations for more fast, funny, and genius-level content delivered at the speed of laughter. Your future self will thank you.